Hey there, good morning. Welcome to Ridgehaven Life. My name is Ian, and in this video I'd like to do an end of summer garden tour of the 3 greenhouses. I've got the citrus greenhouse, the tomato greenhouse back there, and the nursery greenhouse. And in each of the greenhouses, there was a lot of activity going on this summer, and a lot of successes and some not so successes. So let's go take a look. Okay, so starting things off in the citrus greenhouse, the star of the show right now really are these zucchini. They are sprawling really nicely, basically across the whole greenhouse, stretching from end to end. And there's 5 plants that I directly sowed in these raised beds between the blueberry and chamomile. And yeah, been getting a nice harvest from these all summer. But they're just absolutely loving it in here, and got a fair amount of cleanup work that I still have to do, but there's a lot more consolidation that has happened, so things aren't scattered all over the place. But over here in the green stalks, got the strawberries that have done really well. Got some dwarf tomatoes that volunteered, and so I'm gonna see if they volunteer next year, leaving the fruit in there to hopefully seed. And then I had a lot of bush beans that are coming to the end of their life, but gotten a really nice harvest off of these in the green stalks as well. And in here, the flower raised bed, pretty much the only thing that came up of all the flower seeds that I planted were the zinnias. So it's been the zinnia show all summer, which has been pretty glorious. So it's coming time to start deadheading these, save the seeds for next year. And then there's a little bit of sunchokes that are coming up that I planted mid-season. And this cactus is absolutely loving it in here. Since putting it in here a couple of months ago, it's doubled in height. And these 3 nubs have started to take off, and this succulent here is just absolutely loving it. So yeah, seems like this was a pretty good home for the cactus. So another view of the zucchini that just sprawls all around. It's going through the fence. I'm surprised that the deer haven't been nipping at it as it's grown through the fence, but I'm okay with that. And here are the 4 orange trees that I've got in this side of the greenhouse. I recently pruned them, and so hopefully I did that right. And here you can see a zucchini almost making it to the end of the greenhouse. More of the fruit that's coming in. So yeah, I got the 4 orange trees, and they're doing really well. They are the namesake for the citrus greenhouse. Getting some nice fruit on at least a couple of the trees. Okay, so moving on to the tomato greenhouse, and got a lot of things going on in here. First up, right as you enter, this mullein has just been spectacular this summer. The leaves, I've never seen mullein leaves this big. But most everything in this raised bed volunteered, and so the mullein is volunteered. You got borage, and got some yellow pear tomato that volunteered, and then this melon that is sprawling out, all those borage. So whole lot of things, and got the pollinators enjoying the borage. It's the main reason to have the borage. It's really for them. And so then there's the the trellis with the beans. Really struggled with the beans this season, but was able to get things back on track a little bit. And was the intent to have this draped over with beans, so I could just come in here and harvest and snack while I'm gardening. And so yeah, nice to see that that played out, doing pretty well. Here's that melon that volunteered. So I don't know what that is. I had watermelon in the other in the nursery greenhouse last year, and cantaloupe planted here. So maybe this is a watermelon cantaloupe hybrid. So not a whole lot of fruit, but it's definitely sprawling. Here's arugula, which is very, very bitter at this point in the season. And got the echinacea and more borage that has volunteered. Got the foxgloves that are doing well. And yeah, at the end of the raised bed here, we got some peppers, some shishito peppers. So I've had 2 plants down here, and they had a slow start, but then the past month or so, they've really taken off, to get some nice harvest off of that. And then I got this other tomato volunteer, so that's been doing pretty well. And in the smart pots that are lining both sides, that's a lot of the perennials that I had in this raised bed, that I transplanted into the smart pots and got those irrigated this summer. So hopefully that'll mean that this raised bed will be much more dedicated to food producing next summer. And this side, this is where the tomatoes, the planned tomatoes, have been doing all right. So have a couple of varieties down here, and but then starting here, and pretty much all tomatoes plants going to the end of the greenhouse are these Sun Gold, and have had a whole lot of success with that this summer. So got some horseradish in the smart pot over there, some sunchokes in those 3 smart pots. That sunflower is a volunteer. The only sunflowers that came up were the volunteers this year. None of the seeds that I planted actually germinated. Okay, and to wrap things up, take a tour of the nursery greenhouse. So true to its namesake, many things are potted for transplant at some point in the near future. Got the asparagus that are doing well. I need to do a better job of getting the stalks as they're just coming out of the ground. Otherwise, they've just keep growing and kind of ruins the point. But these have been in the ground long enough for the roots to really be established. And when they do come up, oh, here's one. Gonna snag this. If you've never had fresh asparagus, you're missing out. Okay. So, on these tripods, my intent was to have beans growing up these like I had in the trellis in the tomato greenhouse. Not too successful there. These onion flowers, so my hope is that they are seeding, and I'll get some nice onions popping up soon. So the Cinderella pumpkins, those have been doing really, really well. Got a number of those. Not time to harvest those yet, but doing really well. I had a watermelon, 2 watermelon plants in here, and they really struggle, but I'm just noticing that there's a little guy right there. So he's got a fruit, but yeah, not a whole lot of watermelon. Got the snapdragons on this side that have volunteered, more Cinderella pumpkins, and then these 3 yellow crickneck squashes. Those have done really well, and just take a look at how they form the flowers and buds. And then you can see got a whole lot of fruit going. It's later in the season, so I don't know how much of the fruit will actually become viable. So I just fertilized. See if I can get one last push out of these this summer. But the yellow crookneck, just like last summer, did really well in here. And this pyramid is sadly pretty barren. This was another thing that I had hoped to have covered with beans, but did not play out that way. The berries back here are doing well, and got a excellent boysenberry harvest off of this season. Yeah, these are pretty much ready to go dormant, like most other things. And yeah, I got some sage that's potted here, and some lavender. These will all be transplanted somewhere else. So just like in the tomato greenhouse, I've been taking out a lot of the perennials that I had planted, and moved them either into the smart pots or put them into these plastic pots, so that I'll transplant them somewhere else later on. Yeah, the idea is to replace these perennials in the raised beds with food producing plants for next summer. All right, well, that's going to wrap it up for this video. If you like the video, thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below. Thanks so much for watching. Appreciate it. Have a great rest of your day. Take it easy and take care.